The year was 2017 for me, when I first heard of DeFi, Web3, and blockchain. As a founder of an immersive tech, actually a tech company at the time, I was obviously excited. I mean, if you could look at the streets of San Francisco, you would understand. Every other room had a blockchain, crypto, or a DeFi meetup. It felt like the beginning of something new. I thought this is how it must have looked around the dot-com boom. My first angel investment in blockchain was in 2017, and then I got a chance to invest in an NFT platform in 2018 called Origin. There has been no looking back for me since then. But here's the thing, according to the report by National Research Group, as many as 54% of American consumers have never heard of Web 3.0. But 81% of consumers who have heard about Web 3.0 think that it will improve their happiness and well-being. And here is why I agree with it. Post or midst COVID, or whatever you might name this time to be, whatever you label it, has shown all of us how unsustainable our lives have been. We thought we all could only be productive when we went to the office from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and then had that occasional 2-3 week vacation to blow off the money we earned just to return to the grind after. The great resignation is here to stay, more creators are here to grow, and new startups are here to flourish because the last 2 years taught us that the so-called rule book isn't working. Staying at home and feeling disconnected from the real world and real connections also made us realize that we need to find another way to bond. Humans are social animals, and we thrive when we have community. This, I think, is a key lesson for the rise of Web3. If you have been in any virtual spaces like me around Web3, the enthusiasm and support are phenomenal. It isn't something you generally saw in the usual working life, which for most has been borderline toxic. But I will go a step further to say that Web3 is your way out of the hustle. And let me tell you 4 reasons why. Let's start with the first one. You don't have to do that thing that you hate, so you can do that thing that you love. Let's deconstruct this a little bit. Remember how we all have been brought up. We all have been taught the sacred rule of life. You get a decent education for the first 18 to 25 years of life, live in scarcity and debt for the next 10, maybe 20, 30, while building a family and home, and then paying off student debt, mortgages, etc., etc., and then teach our kids to do the same, right? Well, here's a twister. With Web3, you don't have to. Since the field is so new, we have creators and builders who are 16 years to 65 years old, working together on creating newer systems that benefit society without the need for any degree or specialization. What's more, according to a report by Electric Capital, in 2021, more than 34,000 developers contributed code to open source Web3 projects. Let's go to reason number 2. You don't need a traditional professional path anymore. I became a founder at 16 in 2004, which was unheard of. In fact, at least in India. For most of my life, I heard that we don't really understand what you are doing. I get that, even now. But this is changing. Students in high school, colleges, stay-at-home moms, and retired individuals are now builders and creators. They are and can build a creative life that fulfills them, and the community in Web3 understands that. This mindful shift is like a breath of fresh air and it is certainly here to stay. Reason number 3. You don't have to live in a box, quite literally. The virtual world Discord channels, Telegram communication, Clubhouse rooms, or WhatsApp chats are where people are now co-creating. You don't need a physical space in a big city where you huddle together and work only from 9 to 5. Life is happening all the time and everywhere. So the FOMO of not living in a big city or a tech hub is slowly, gradually getting removed. As long as you have a smart device and good internet connectivity, you can be part of this new Web3 age. And final reason, you don't have to abide by the rules that are written. With DAOs that are decentralized autonomous organizations, the rules are being rewritten quite literally. These corporations that are coded on blockchain are creating a meaningful space for people to rebuild society and take control into their own hands when it comes to creating change. Best of all, every promise made on a DAO is coded, so it's foolproof. At least for the most part. So you want to invest in somebody that has minority founders, join and build a DAO, and it will do just that. Like Angel Alliance is doing. If you want to fund impactful ideas, you can do just that. Like Assange DAO. Of course, there is a new space, so there will still be a lot of developments, which Paul C. shares in this article that I'm going to link under this podcast, under this recording. Now, I know your first question is going to be, how can I get started? What should be my first step? How can I learn more? And what can I do to not be left behind? Watch the space and feel free to follow me or New Founder School on our socials that I've linked below, as we bring something very interesting to democratize accessibility within the Web3 space. I'm Arjita Sethi. Thank you for listening to this, and I'll be back next week with another episode. Take care. Bye.